A motion today will call on the Executive and the Dublin Government to fund the Magilligan to Greencastle ferry. Since it started in 2002, it has relied on part funding from local councils on both sides of the Foyle. But that's now ended. Francis Gorman has been aboard.
Welcome on board the Foyle Rambler. In the interest of safety, could you please listen to the following announcement?
My name is Tony Coyle. I'm one of the skippers on the Foyle Rambler, the ferry that operates between Greencastle and Magilligan. We start our first sailings at 7:30 from Greencastle, and our next sailing's 8 o'clock, and it runs every hour then from Greencastle up until our last sailing during the week is 6 o'clock.
I would use this ferry quite often if I'm going to Donegal, either for pleasure or for a specific purpose. For instance, if I wanted to see somebody in Muff or obviously Greencastle, anywhere on the Inishowen Peninsula, I would use this ferry because it cuts off a considerable amount of miles.
I would use it about once a fortnight. I find it very handy because it saves me about 2 hours on the road from around up to Coleraine, where I go over to get timber and everything for work.
We'd go on a regular basis during the school break and things like that, and definitely think as a service is worth persisting in. It would add another hour and a half onto our journey to get here if the boat wasn't here.
The service went very, very well up until last year, and whenever we got badly hit by, like everybody else, for rising of fuel prices, bad weather, economical reasons, building trade, one thing or another, we got a heavy knock. We're not looking for a great deal. You have Stankford Ferry, you have Rathlin Ferry, you have the Tory ferries, you have all the ferries, which is all subvented. We're looking for less, roughly about 40% what Stankford Ferry gets a year, which is around, Stankford Ferry picks up around about 800,000 a year, so we're looking for a lot less.
Well, thanks to Francis Gorman for giving us a snapshot of life on the Greencastle Magilligan ferry. With me now is the SDLP's Mary Bradley. Mary Bradley, basically you want somebody to come up with some funds to keep this service running.
Well, can I just say first of all, Jim, this is actually an adjournment that's been brought today by my colleague John Dallas, who represents that area for East Derry.
You're not too far away.
But I'm not too far away from Foyle, not at all.
So why is it so vital, do you think?
Well, I think it's vital to the tourism trade that we have, and we can't afford to lose tourism coming into the northwest. It would be a terrible shame if we lost this ferry, because it is a great advantage to people, and it saves so much time for people when they want to tour the Lake of Donegal and maybe come across again and go to the Giant's Causeway, whatever, you know. It's just so vital that we need to save this.
The two councils, Valley Council and Greencastle Council, were currently funding it over a number of years. They've run out of money, they've no more money to fund it. So who do you think should step in? Should it be the Executive?
I think we should be grateful to them for funding it all along, but I think the Executive and indeed the Government in Dublin as well, I would like to see them, because we need cross-border in this, because it is a cross-border project, and I think the two governments should fund it.
Now, you're coming though at an unfortunate time, aren't you? You know, the Celtic Tiger is no more, and south of the border they're looking for massive cuts. People take pay cuts here in the budget debates. Yeah. Nigel Dodds is saying if you want to add on any other service, you've got to cut something. So is the money going to be around?
Well, I would like to think that somewhere they will find the money for this ferry, because it is an advantage to the whole of the area, and particularly to the tourism trade.
And how much are we talking about, Mary?
200,000 would start it running again and keep it going. It will run out in June if the governments don't get together and do something about this very quickly.
And that will keep it going for how long?
I think that keeps it going for another year only, and then after that, but between times I should say, they need to look at keeping it as a permanent tourism attraction.
OK, 200,000 sounds like peanuts in today's money when they're talking about billions here, there and everywhere.
Indeed.
OK, Mary Bradley, many thanks indeed.
Thanks, Jim.